Also, you want to do Kegels? You know, I'm doing a Kegel right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like you squeeze the area down there, and the pelvic floor.
I can't believe you're doing this on the podcast.
It makes it stronger. Well, that's just something. You know what? You learn something every day.
But wait, I mean, you're trying to build up your Kegels. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with your Kegels? Why do they need to be built up?
That's the one.
Did anybody notice my new haircut?
No, I didn't. When did you get a cut? What the heck?
Sunday.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I've been steeped in my own self pity.
Sorry. I thought you meant you're sorry I got my hair cut. I was like, I did it on purpose.
It looks good. It's very cute.
Cute. Well, I mean, since y'all won't allow me to cut my hair all the way, I can at least diversify by trimming it. And I trimmed it a little more than I normally do.
But it looks good.
Now I look like a 7-year-old girl.
No, you don't.
With the hair.
You're not back to the lesbian.
Peyton says that I look like a little girl.
Yeah.
So.
Peyton.
Now, I did notice it when you walked in. I knew you trimmed it every now and then, but I knew you weren't going to cut it until after the election.
Yeah. Because the lady at the salon was like, is this how much you want? And I was like, nah, I don't care. Cut some more. And so, you don't know what it looks like until after they do it. And then after, you can't uncut
cute.
Hair.
It looks good.
Thanks.
It frames your face well.
Does it?
Yes.
My slender Mandu face.
Yes, your Mandu face.
I've got there's 4 screens with my picture on it right now, and
Oh, you love it, don't you?
Well, I noticed when we do the podcast, it would be ideal if I was either looking here or looking there, but I'm always looking up there or over there, and I hate when it gets a shot of me and I'm looking up here because this is me right in front of my face, and so you always want to see what you look like so you don't look stupid. I don't want it to cut to me and I'm like,
well, I always look stupid, so I'm not worried about it. That's the good thing. Just
you got to be aware. So obviously Tony Gomp's here.
Yep.
John Bird, special guest P Dizzle in the house.
Is that his new nickname now, P Dizzle?
Yeah. Well, you got to cut the P Diddy out.
Yeah, I said. Yeah. Remember, I said P Diddy first, and I hate for Sean Combs to steal my kid's nickname.
Yeah.
Because Sean Combs was Puff Daddy when you were born, and then he heard we were calling you P Diddy and then took it.
Yeah.
So
how about P Dog?
We can,
that does sound. Well,
what about? I mean, I call him P all the time, at the house. So we could call him P or PD.
No.
P Dizzle.
Do we need to go with it? Heaven forbid, do we need to go with another letter?
No. His middle name's Carson.
Just
PC.
Throw that out there.
PCM. His social security number is 42.
Carson's a cool name.
Now, I got to admit, I've always been tripped up with all the news lately. Every time I hear about it, and then I go tell the wife, hey, Diddy's up to this. And she's like, what?
He did what? Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. We'll just call him P for this show and then figure out something.
Just make the podcast seem like Sean Combs was here.
Yeah, put his picture.
Put special guest P Diddy.
Yeah, put his picture on there.
Yeah, put his picture on
I do remember when they found all the baby oil. I just walked in. I said, hey, honey, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil at P Diddy. And she's like, what?
And on the cover photo, we'll put actual P Diddy, and we'll put you holding the bottle of baby oil.
Oh,
and you're
why
pouring
me?
It on. I don't know. It will catch people's attention.
You know what we can
That's the
do
purpose.
is we can get a P Diddy picture and we'll put P Diddy's head.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
I could pull that off, man. That would be funny.
Oh man. So that wasn't baby oil, by the way. It was GHB. Do you know what that is?
Doesn't that sink into your skin like liquid G or whatever?
Yeah, it's like liquid G. It's basically like date rape stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because that can
he's in
soak in the
trouble.
skin just like nicotine can with a patch.
Yeah, he's had like 1,000 bottles of that.
He's in big trouble.
I would say so. I would say so.
I don't think he's going to get out of this one.
I think a lot of people are not as concerned with the punishment he gets, everybody wants to know who else is involved. And we want to see those people get in trouble. Is it other big artists? Jay-Z?
Beyonce.
LeBron James?
What about some royalty,
LeBron
too?
was not at no Diddy party.
Will Smith? I'm just naming
Tell you one
famous black
person that
people.
They
wasn't.
probably were there. LeBron.
Tell you one person that wasn't. MJ, number 23, Michael Jordan. Woo!
There's been an
I think I
argument
seen his name on a list.
between
Yeah.
there's been an argument between me and him about he thinks LeBron's the GOAT. In
Y'all
sports.
don't want to start this debate. Y'all don't.
Sports wise, I mean, we all know he's an idiot outside of sports.
Not
but
sport, just basketball.
basketball, yes.
No, Michael
So-
Jordan's the go to basketball.
and that's
I'm
what I
sorry.
always tell him. But he's you got to think he's from a different era. He
Yeah, I
only
mean,
knows LeBron.
I understand that.
But
Longevity.
as a
Longevity means nothing. It's all about winning.
But there's
baby.
so many things you got to put in there. I mean, how many rings did Michael Jordan have? 6?
yeah, Michael Jordan never.
I bet LeBron will get 6 rings before he retires.
Yeah, and
to go along with the what? 4 losses?
Michael
load of
Jordan
this guy.
has never been caught reading a book upside down either.
Nope.
Remember when he was in the locker room and he was pretending to read a book?
There's a theory that he's just made in the lab and he's not a real person.
Probably.
No, you got to go. Michael Jordan is the go to basketball because he changed the entire game and brought it to a new level.
Yes.
LeBron took everybody now is better than they used to be. You could look at basketball players back from the 70s, 80s. They can't hold a candle to what these guys can do today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if LeBron was put back in the 90s, what do you think?
Oh, he'd
there's,
stomp.
Dominating.
there's a lot of
He wouldn't dominate. I mean, he flops all the time now. If you watch the Detroit playing against Jordan, when you get somebody to wrap their arm around your neck and take you down to the ground,
Yeah, they used to play pretty dirty
That's
back then.
wicked, but that's lucky not basketball.
It's not.
well, it's not
It
basketball.
was back then.
It's not basketball today where you got like 5 gather steps. And
Well,
stuff. You can run down the court.
You think about the athletic ability of people now and the advantages they have with technology and the way they train and things of this nature. Like, they didn't have it back then. It
Yeah, you
was
got like chirotherapy where you're like sleeping in a
Right.
coffin type of thing.
yeah, back then you just grabbed the basketball and went to the court and practiced. That was it. Maybe lift some weights.
Yep,
That's all you
And
had.
When you had knee surgery, they took a saw and they cut your leg off.
Yeah, they
And
actually
you had to
did
hobble
it.
down the floor
They actually did it at
on the
court side.
At
yeah.
court side.
Yeah, I operated on
Yeah,
you.
but that's every sport. I told you about
Yeah.
how I saw the swimmers back from the 70s in the Olympics compared to the day, and they
I
beat it by
know.
like 10 seconds. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's evolution. So
Especially when you put the trans people in. You put a trans swimmer up against females, domination. You want to talk about a goat?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about what was the one's name?
Emma. What her name? What her
Leon,
name?
Leah
Thomas.
yeah.
That's who it was.
Leah.
Leah.
Leah Thomas is the goat. Billy Goat. Leah Thomas is the Billy Goat. Anyway, when we started the show today, we talked about Donald Trump at that Pennsylvania deal where he did that round table or that Q&A with Kristi Noem,
yes.
and a couple of people like passed out because they've been there all day or whatever, and he's like, a doctor, get a doctor, blah blah blah. So they're handling that, and usually when a situation like that happens, Donald Trump will just stop with the rally or the Q&A or whatever. And he did the same thing here, but then he all of a sudden told them backstage to strike up his playlist and start playing his
That's so
music.
cool.
And when you go back and watch it, he ends up playing like 9 different songs. When you go back and watch it, especially short clips of it, it's almost like somebody saying, man, these gummies, they're not working. And then 45 minutes later, this is what you get right here.
Oh, we got music.
Oh, yeah, we got it. Oh, we can't do the music. I forgot.
Oh, they're kind of skipping through them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to
He's
pause.
just rocking back up.
Oh yeah.
He just sits there and dances to
man.
all the songs. It was so good. It was so good. There's nobody better than you. Want to talk about that goat? That's a goat. Now, on the other hand, this is what liberals look like when they dance to music. Careful with the music too. Same rules apply. Back it up. Yeah, there you go. Don't stop it now. Don't stop. Oh, this is firefighters for Harris Walls on his shirt.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine getting online and this is like your dad or your uncle?
Oh.
Just sitting there serious.
That is so bad.
I hate YouTube not letting us play music. That pisses me off.
Yeah, you can do 4 seconds of it, I think, is the
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you dance, John Byrne.
Oh, I used to dance.
Did you?
I took dance lessons with this chick I was dating.
Really?
And
is that code word for something else?
No. She was a dancer. I was teaching gymnastics at the time. It's Mr. John.
You were teaching gymnastics?
Yeah, I taught gymnastics. I had long hair and a ponytail, and I had 3 hoop earrings. I was still playing the band. There was a husband and wife, and the husband had a recording studio, and it was like a gigantic barn they had redone. And the other side was a dance studio. I mean, I wasn't making enough money, so the owner of the wife said, "Would you like to teach gymnastics? I need somebody." And I was like, well, I don't know how. She said, I'll send you to school for 2 weeks. So I became Mr. John and got the coolest. I got so much beer from dads. And, like at Christmas time, I really made out. Plus the chicks, they dug Sunday's moms. Ow!
Now, I think Attaway, he didn't confirm you were dancing, but the whole Quest deal, were you dancing there, or was that undercover work?
No, he had to be professional for that.
Oh,
no,
right.
You know what? You try and say that, but Tony, you're hiding your own proclivities. And you know it.
Oh, man.
You've been revealed. You've been revealed.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's so many things I don't know about you on a regular basis, and it's difficult because you don't know if we don't know if you're being honest with us or you're just making up stuff
that's
from
total
your past.
honesty.
Yeah.
And for instance, I've killed a man.
See, I don't know. I don't know. It's possible
Exactly.
you did.
Exactly.
And it may not have been like straight up first degree murder. Your brakes could have not stopped you in the Mustang. I don't know.
It was justified. That's what I'll say.
Okay. I'm sure it was.
He went for a little flight. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
Anyway, I mean, that was so long ago they couldn't get me now. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's go back to Trump for a minute. Trump had a moment today. We were playing that Chicago Economic Forum thing they were doing.
Yes, man, that was awesome.
He had a moment today where he absolutely smacked down this Bloomberg reporter. It was so good. It is just nobody better than Donald Trump at this. He's just, I'm going to watch this guy all day. No homo, but he's like.
Yeah. Well, one good thing is at the very end, they got a warm handshake, and I think at least the Bloomberg reporter appreciated the spirited debate.
Nah, he's probably at home crying in his pillow.
He might. You pansy.
After you watch
pansy.
this, you know he's at home crying. Watch.
You said, President Trump, at the moment there is a thing called the Trump trade in the markets. Do you know what that is? The Trump trade is very simple. People are betting that your policies are going to drive up debt, they're going to drive up inflation, so they're going to drive up interest rates. Yeah. Are the investors wrong?
Yeah, I had 4 years no inflation. I had 4 years no inflation.
But that was when you had much.
I had 4 years. It's better than that. And Biden, who has no idea where the hell he is, okay? Biden went 2 years with no inflation because he inherited from me. And then they started spending money like drunken sailors. They spent so much money. It was so ridiculous, the money they were spending. They were spending on the Green New Scam. The Green New Scam, the Green New Deal. You know, it was conceived of by AOC +3. She never even studied the environment in college. She went to a nice college. She came out, she just said, the Green New Scam. She just named all these things.
But President Trump, the issue at the markets are looking at the fact you are making all these promises. Latest one was car loans. You're flooding the thing with giving giveaways.
But we're going to grow.
I was actually quite kind to you. I used $7 trillion The upper estimate is 15 trillion.
you can
People like
forget
the Wall
it.
Street Journal, who's hardly a communist organization,
Yeah, but you don't know-
they have criticized you on this as well. You are running up enormous debts.
What does the Wall Street Journal know? I'm meeting with them tomorrow. What does the Wall Street Journal know? They've been wrong about everything. So have you, by the way.
You're trying to turn this. You're trying to turn this.
You've been wrong about
No, you're trying to turn this into debate. There are
It's not a
business
debate.
people. There
No,
are
but you're
business
wrong.
people.
You've been wrong all your life on this stuff. You've been wrong. Now, let me tell you about currency. You're gonna, you're going jumping a lot of.
Yeah.
So anyway, and what's so fascinating is he knows these people. Like, he knows them well.
Yes.
He knows them well enough to be able to call them out and tell them, hey, you're wrong. You were wrong back during this. You're wrong during that. It's just, he's just got a lot of stuff crammed in his brain, and he's got a memory like a friggin' elephant or whatever has a good memory. Like a
Elephant.
Isn't it elephant?
Yeah.
Elephant never forgets. Is that
Roll
what
Tide
it goes?
roll.
Anyway, oh, look this right here. Peyton will appreciate this one too. So Stephanie Rule, MSNBC, is doing a focus group where you sit down with random people from any particular place. This is the Eagleton Institute of Politics, and she's got what looks to be 5 young people there, and she's just asking them issues about the upcoming election. And if you see the thing on the right side of the screen, I mean the person on the right side of the screen, she asked that they them if they them could talk to Kamala Harris, what would
They
say to her, and then turn around and ask the same question about Donald Trump. Watch not just the response, but Stephanie Rule's reaction to the response.
If I were to ask Vice President Harris a question, I think I would ask her, how soon do you think we can get the Equality Act passed?
How about Donald Trump?
I would ask him, do you see me as a human?
Deranged.
Watch.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I would
gosh.
ask Vice President Harris
Okay, that's it.
a question.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like you people are out of your mind.
That was not staged at all.
He's like apologizing to this. I'm trying to think of the term. What's the term? It's not cisgender. It's the opposite. Non-binary. Yeah.
Non-binary, lesbian, gender, trans.
She looks at this non-binary individual and says, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Donald Trump."
Now, that was not
Ask a
scripted
question.
at all. They had no idea that was going to happen, right?
It's just, that's
God.
just
I think they're
so
that deranged.
ridiculous, man. I mean, it's. I forgot.
Okay.
What the hell?
So,
So mad I forgot.
listen.
Go to the next thing.
Here's the comparison. All right. So while they're doing that and they're telling their guests, I'm sorry. Donald Trump's going on podcasts like, what is the one called, the Full Send podcast? He's going on Flagrant with
Aiden Ross's stream. Not
Aiden Ross. Like, he's going on podcasts that are watched by people in the real world, not people that are sucked into this, MSNBC vortex that are just completely emotionally distraught. He's going down and he's having real conversations with real celebrities. Stephanie Rule's not a celebrity. So he went down and he sat down with the Flagrant podcast, which I don't think we've played on this show, but I'll see if I can find a clip of that. But we played it on the radio show. Well, just the other day, the guy, what is this guy's name that's from the Flagrant podcast? His name is
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
He sits down and he apparently does another podcast with Charlemagne. And Charlemagne's no fan of Donald Trump. We all know that. He's pretty much brainwashed on the Dem side. But he's talking to Andrew Schultz about it, and he's telling him how the podcast went and how much of a relatable guy Donald Trump is. Listen to this interaction.
I had a young black man, 20-something years old. I'm not going to say his name. I should say his name. He comes to me this morning. He turns to me. He goes, Flagrant's going to get Trump elected. You know who I'm talking about. You was there?
No, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
He goes, bro, Flagrant's going to get Trump elected.
The interview was fire, bro. The interview, listen, the interview was fire. I don't know what to tell you.
So, Alex, it's over for you, bro.
What
You
did
might
he
as well,
say?
like, it's over.
Did y'all ask who his favorite black person is?
Yes.
Who is it?
I asked who his favorite African American was.
What?
And he said Elon Musk.
Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up.
No, I said.
I didn't get to watch this. I didn't get to watch this.
No, I said, is Elon Musk your favorite African American?
Oh.
And what do you think?
He just laughs. But that's the thing. He's loose. He's having fun with it. I mean, there's a moment. I mean, there's so many moments where he's just having fun, and that is infectious. He's talking about Elon landing a rocket. He's like, I'm watching the rocket lands on the thing, and I'm like, and my wife came parallel park, and he goes, and then he laughs. He goes, most women can't.
Hilarious. Listen, Trump.
Any other politician would be like, oh, if I say it's going to be a million different headlines and my career is done.
But Trump has less pressure, though.
Yeah.
He has less pressure because he's already been president.
And he's already said so much wild shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He's already said the wild shit. He's already lost.
He's already lost.
So he knows what that experience is.
Yeah.
Kamala hasn't lost. Well, I guess she lost in primaries, but she hasn't lost running for president. And her whole team is like, you're going to win. It feels, if you go online, like this is going to happen. So she's like, let me not fuck this up.
That's not a good way to.
That is a horrible way.
That's not, because I don't. There's nothing about the poll numbers that we're seeing right now that should make anybody feel like she got this in.
Remember those poll numbers with Hillary?
Remember those poll numbers with Hillary? And I keep telling people this campaign feels more Hillary-ish.
There you go.
Than it does.
Charlemagne with dumb takes, as he always does. But hey, props to him because he's kind of coming around. Check your email, Tony. I just sent you a clip from that podcast he did with Andrew Schultz, and I have not watched the whole thing, but within this podcast, it just highlights how freaking funny Donald Trump is. And so maybe some people don't find him funny. Maybe I got a weird sense of humor, but this dude cracks me up.
Think I'm the number one influence?
I think it's Rogan. I think it's Rogan, you, and Kim Kardashian. Like, Kim Kardashian influences the shape of women's bodies and faces. Like, you see so many, they're literal shape of human beings.
Do they want to look like her?
They want to look like her. So once we start seeing dudes want to look like you.
Yeah.
And I see young Jack over there. I think he's trying to do it.
Yeah.
Your TikTok guy.
TikTok Jack.
TikTok Jack.
TikTok. Tell me. You know, this is a little new world. I call him, his name is Jack. I call him TikTok Jack. I'm good with names, you know.
You are.
You're very good with names.
And Pocahontas.
Yeah.
We have names.
What about, and there was, Tampon Tim was good. What about,
The problem with Tampon Tim, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
In other words,
It's a mouthful.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Tampon. And you can't stutter it through when you call it. It's really a lousy word to say.
Yeah.
But it's quite accurate, right? there are some, like Comrade Kamala. It's a little hard to say. She's Comrade because she's obviously a communist.
Yeah.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
So I call her Comrade.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. But when you put the names together, it's a little. You got to be able to No, you got to be able to put it out there. But we have a lot of good ones. A lot of them I can't go into with you because some of my best ones.
Some of my best ones were probably illegal. And I sent you one more thing, Tony, and then I'm done. I'm not sending you anything else. But as I see Donald Trump going on these podcasts, and P, as a young person, you're not necessarily a podcast watcher, but you do watch YouTube and things like that. So more like clips.
Yeah, I've
and
seen. I mean that Aiden Ross stream, which that's what what he was kind of doing for a while was like he went on that Logan Paul and that other guy, I don't know his name, but he went on that stream. He went on Aiden Ross's stream. Aiden Ross gave him a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
All this stuff. But like what that dude was saying on that podcast about how you go online and it feels like Kamala's gonna win, is definitely true because she's honestly got a solid marketing team, and they also just lie.
Yeah, her marketing team's called Google. So that's why
it's a lot of bots and stuff like that.
Trump's marketing team, his TikTok is beautiful. Like you want to talk about appealing to young people? Go look at those TikToks and go look at the comments and see how much it's appealing to young people.
Pull up his TikTok real quick, and then we'll get into
They've
this
got
one.
rap music in the back, like new rap music, that people over the age of 16 don't even listen to.
Wow. And him going on those podcasts is him speaking to people that aren't normally hearing him just raw, hearing it. They're hearing. If they're hearing Donald Trump, they're just hearing snippets that are taken out of context or done, whatever. If he's going on these podcasts that young people watch, he ends up, speaking to them directly. All right, here's Donald Trump's TikTok. We obviously got to be careful with the music, but
pick one, I guess.
Yeah, go all the way to the left, down one. Yeah,
that one?
Yeah, do that one.
People right here that are paying 30, 40, 50% more for their groceries, which I think I can say is right. Yeah, that's correct. It's a disgrace. Because of what I do, I haven't been in these stores in a long time. Oh, look, I got to get some of this. We got to get it. You have anything left over, just take it as tips, okay? You guys take it, give it to the rest of the store. Make sure you get out and vote. We will. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
And that's pretty good because they're taking his normal interactions, but they're chopping them up to make them seem funny.
And the other TikToks are like those ones that have locations on them are probably the ones I'm talking about, where they're like more of edits of his rallies.
Yeah, click one of those up top, one of the first three.
Where it's got like a location on it.
Yeah.
Like that one?
Yeah.
To Pennsylvania, we love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying, take over, Elon.
President Trump must win. Preserve the Constitution.
La 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 la. Any music about
It's
that?
an ASAP Rocky song.
Yeah.
Thanks for the most important election.
Yeah, that's good. That's good editing right there. See if you can go.
Wow.
Hit the up button. Go to the one before it.
Hit the up button?
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
there it is.
gotcha.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Man, I would love to have that gig.
Guy, they have so much fun too.
Man.
Anyway, that's good marketing right there. Props to them. Again, reaching young people, which is not something Republicans have had a history of doing. Donald Trump has figured it out, and it's got the left freaked out. I mentioned this on the radio. I said, if you want to gauge what the temperature is or where the emotional temperature is of the left, you can go to James Carville, because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, including Kamala Harris and people within her circle, that are the epitome of that meme of the cartoon dog that's sitting at the kitchen table and everything around him is on fire, and he's like, everything's fine. That's the Democrats right now. But James Carville, if he sees the house on fire, he's going to let you know. Listen to what he says in this TikTok.
Go fuck yourself, okay? All of it. The Constitution is at risk. The entire future of the country at risk. So don't tell me Abraham Lincoln suspended habeas corpus, all right? Don't tell me that Franklin Roosevelt excluded farm workers from Social Security, all right? These are the assholes that run around. I'm better, I'm smarter, I'm more honest than you. I just have to call them like I see them. These are the kind of people that make me want to throw up. They make me actually throw up. And between now and Election Day, I'm on the look for these motherfuckers, and I'm going to talk at every junction. But you need to look up this massive Jonathan Turdley, Alan Dershowitz. What a fucking fraud. What a fraud.
Dang.
Goodness.
Somebody's pissed off.
That's where the Democrats are right now.
And nobody's listening to him. They're not listening to him.
No, nobody's listening to James Carville. And he's like, dude, y'all are blowing it. What are y'all doing? It's just, I love it.
The best thing James Carville ever did was go on Billy Madison and have like a little 1-minute clip.
Yep.
Oh, was he in that movie?
Yeah, when they did the, not the spelling bee, but like the trivia challenge for Billy Madison to stay into school, he was like the debate judge or something like that.
James Carville is like the stereotypical guy you see in the rec room at the nursing home. Because he'll always have like a piece of food on his lip, or he's got stains on his shirt. And he's always wearing those ratty LSU clothes, and it's like he's not like if you didn't hear him talk, like he's got it together maybe a little bit, but if you just saw him sitting in a chair, you'd be like, oh, bless his heart. That's somebody's loved one who's on his way out the door.
That's son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay. I know the type.
That's enough politics. I can tell Peyton's getting nauseous. I do want to bring this up. I saw this right before we started. If you'll back out, I need to read the caption on this. This is a woman who's being accused of being a pedophile after her wedding photos go viral.
Jeez.
31-year-old Lauren Evans was met with false accusations of getting married to a teenage boy after sharing wedding photos on social media. In reality, Evans' wife, Hannah Kay, is just 2 years younger than her. Play this video. So this is a lesbian couple, and
home is you.
There's allegedly only 2 years between the two, but it does look like she has married a 10-year-old.
Is that Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, it kind of does look like a young Justin Timberlake. I mean, if you do see these without context, I would be.
I was literally gonna say when that non-binary thing was on the screen earlier, I was literally gonna say, I was like, why do all lesbians' haircuts look like 8-year-old boys' haircuts?
Dang.
And it's just pretty accurate.
Well, people say I look like a lesbian softball player with my haircut.
That was back in the day, man.
Maybe that's why it's subconscious.
It's because you were so heavy set. That's what I mean. Seriously, but now I mean, shut up, PD. He's sexy. I mean, come on. I'm man enough to admit it. You sexy, man.
You kept calling his haircut cute earlier. You just kept using that term cute.
Well, okay, I'll change it. Sexy. I'm man enough to say it. You got sexy hair there, Andrew.
On one of our first episodes that we did in this studio, he had Tony Gump Google hunky naked man. Pulled it up on the screen.
Not naked. He just said sexy hunk. Is
sexy
that what he told me?
Or something. Yeah. And they pulled it up. It was a whole barrage of half-naked dudes.
Happens.
Yeah, and John said his eyes were bleeding after that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's a classic.
Oh, man. You mentioned on the show today that you have something to present to us. Is that correct?
Yes.
A brand new Angry Shakespeare?
A brand new Angry Shakespeare.
I really have to pee right now, so can I go pee so I don't pee myself during this?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have to pee too, but I can hold it. Wait a minute. I'm good.
Conversate.
All right, we got this.
Conversate.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. John, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Don't start it?
No, don't start.
Okay. All right.
Indeed.
Welcome to P. Diddy Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
At least P. Diddy's
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What does based mean?
That's a good question. Conservative, you see past the media's BS.
You get
Trump
it,
fan?
man.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, your classmates, how do they feel about Donald J. Trump?
I kind of go to school in a very rural area, so they're all kind of the same. Everybody likes him out there.
Everybody likes Trump. Interesting. That's very interesting. Are there any lesbians in your school?
There's a few. I don't
Or
know.
maybe
It's
non-binary
always
or
more
trans.
complicated than just being gay now.
Right. There's so many letters to choose from.
Yeah.
That's very, very strange.
Well, I read something today that said 3% of all kids or teenagers or something like that believe they were transgender at this point. 3%. I saw that this morning. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Well, I was talking about the. I wonder what percentage of softball players are lesbian.
I would bet that third base has the highest percentage per position.
Yeah,
for some
probably
reason.
like 20%, probably.
Yeah, I would say so. Not like the WNBA where I think it's like 70.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, when I was on the baseball team, we used to always travel with the softball teams, and our buddies used to crack up and be like, "Let's see who's on third base this time," just to see what what it was going on.
You got to have strength.
So, if you are lesbian and you're with another lesbian who is a third baseman, what does it mean to get to third base with that lesbian?
I don't know if we should talk about that. Because, they play a completely different game.
And John Bird knows nothing about it. He don't know how none of that works.
I'm a lesbian. Get it? I only like chicks. Come on. I used that in high school. That was a great joke.
Yeah, that's good.
I think they'd be more on the canoe team, like paddling the pink canoe or something.
Oh, man.
Petting the cat. Petting the cat, like you said.
Hey, let's look up some females.
So, as an older guy, a more mature guy, I've got a question, and I'm just thinking about this because I just had to go pee. Is it normal to, like, when you pee and you feel like you're almost finished, but it just keeps going?
Yeah, what happens is the plumbing eventually wears out.
Yeah.
So,
but mine shouldn't be wearing out at 39.
Well, I mean, plumbing wears out quicker than it used to because they're using PVC pipe. Okay. They're not using the old clay pipes like they used to. So, I'm usually pretty good, but I'll just piss my pants. I mean, like when I'm in a hurry and I've got to get back to the, to the.
Well, that comes with
studio.
age, yeah.
No, it doesn't. I've been peeing in my pants for years. It doesn't bother me.
It is ironic though that when you there's certain things you do when you're like a small child. Once you get so old, you do the same thing. Like you got to eat baby food. You're in a diaper. You're peeing yourself. You can't communicate. Things like that.
No, I can still do all those things.
Well, you can. I'm just saying, like later on, when you become more mature than you are now.
Yeah, I'm scared of that shit. I'm scared, man.
I'm
scared of this arthritis, man. I'm scared.
Listen, we got you, man.
Yeah, we all just get older and things happen. I do actually know a lot of older guys that have that problem where they go urinate and then it doesn't stop when it normally would have.
Well,
before.
I tell you, here's what you do. Okay, this will fix it. Okay, what you do is you practice. When you go to pee, you must have, and this is for women too, you must have a definite goal in mind.
A game plan.
Yes. So what you do is you pee for 3, hold for 3. Pee for 3, hold for 3. And you work on turning it off.
So
and back on.
Bladder exercises.
Yes. And what that does is that helps strengthen your prostate. Also, you want to do Kegels. I'm doing a Kegel right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like you squeeze the area down there, and the pelvic floor.
I can't believe you're doing this on the podcast.
It makes it stronger. Well, that's just something. You know what? You learn something every day.
But wait, I mean, you're trying to build up your Kegels. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with your Kegels? Why do they need to be built up?
That's the wife.
I gotta say that sounds horrifying and painful.
No, it's not. It's not painful at all. And after a while, you're like, "Hey, look at me! Woo, hold it! Woo, let it go!" Woo,
well, you can't start and then stop. It stings too much.
Yeah, that does sting.
Okay, and here's the deal. I don't know why you're having prostate problems at your age, but once you work on this, you can just turn it off. I'm telling you, you have to be willing to put in the work.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to problems and you getting older and everything else, like, we're not going to let anything happen to you. You're far too valuable. There's no other 61-year-old on the planet reciting rap songs in a Shakespearean voice.
This is true.
Yeah. Now, I can tell you, my grandfather lived to be 98. He just recently passed, but he took saw palmetto for the last, 50 years, and he swears he never had a problem going pee.
Saw palmetto.
Saw palmetto. He swears that he took one a day.
Dishwashing detergent?
No, it's a capsule. It's just a herb or whatever.
I'm thinking of palm olive.
Palm olive.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw palmetto, like SAW.
Saw palmetto.
Saw your palmetto.
One of my favorite movies.
Right off.
Yeah, it's good for the urinary tract and a couple other things for men.
Okay, enough of the Rhonda Dial stuff. Let's move along.
She would know about it.
Yes,
move along. All right, so Angry Shakespeare, what's the name of the song?
Tony?
Nothing but a G thing, Dr. Dre, Snoop.
Is it nothing but a G thing or nothing but a G thing?
Thing with an
thing.
A.
Yeah,
thing
with
gotcha. You familiar with this, I'm sure.
Yes.
Nothing but a G thing, baby.
I had to do some editing. It was pretty long.
Yeah.
Was it?
So, yeah, I tried to keep in as many curse words as possible.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's go for it.
Good evening.
Oh, the dreads.
And welcome to Angry Shakespeare Raps.
Shredded dreads.
Our latest selection from the Great Book of Rap is Nothing But a G Thang by Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre. 1, 2, 3, and to the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up, cause you know we're about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first, so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thang, baby.
He's
You
really
rocked
trying
out,
to thang.
So we crazy death row is the label that pays me. I have to find a contraceptive. You never know. She could be learning her man and earning her man, and at the same time, burning her man. Now you know I ain't with that shit. Lieutenant ain't no pussy good enough to get burnt up while I'm up in it. Yeah. And that's realer than the real deal Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know me. You know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I'll take a small piece of mine. Some of that funky stuff. Dre creeped to the mic like a phantom. Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping. And I'm creeping, but I'm damn near caught. 'Cause my beeper keep beeping.
His face.
Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before. Take a toke, but don't choke if you do. You'll have no clue on what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this, and who gives a fuck about those? Falling back on that ass with a hellified gangster, lean, getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens.
In the bathtub.
It's the capital S. Oh yes, I'm fresh. NOOPDOGGY. You seen showing much flex when it's time to wreck a mic. Pimpin' hoes and
it's so hard
grip, like my name
It's
was
hard to even
gold.
follow what he's saying.
Yeah, and it don't quit. I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit. Hell yeah. So Dre, break 'em off something. Hell yeah. And it's gotta be bumpin'. City of Compton is where it takes place. So when asked, your attention mobbing be like a motherfucker. But I ain't lynching. Dropping the funky shit that's making the sucker niggas mumble. I'm on the mic. It's like a cookie. They all crumble. Try to get close and your ass'll get smacked. My motherfucking homie dog has got my back. Put the Mac down. And if you bitches talk shit, I'll have to put the smack down. Yeah, and you don't stop. COMPTON and the city they call Long Beach, putting the shit together like my DOC. No one can do it better. Like this and like that, and like this and like that. And like this and like that, and like this and like that. And who gives a f*** about those? So just chill till the next episode. You've got the feeling, rock the other side. You've got the feeling, yeah. You've got the feeling, rock the other motherfucking side. You've got the feeling, yeah.
That face is perfect. I'm putting that on the profile. I'm putting that on the cover photo. Oh, that's good. That is good. I'll put him. Yeah, give me that last phase and put it on full screen so I can snatch it later. Where he's got that real serious look right at the very end. Where's he at? There he is. Right. Give me that. Put him on full screen. Put a full screen on. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's what I need. I just need to snap that real quick. That's who's going on the cover photo.
Wait till you see the next batch after the next couple that I'm doing.
Oh, God.
He's got a new outfit.
Peyton, 1 to 10 on that. How'd you feel about it?
10.
Oh, you got a 10. Yeah, okay. I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, there were some good lyrics in there that were humorous. It wasn't just full of cursing. We've got a couple that it's like I could do just one long beep.
Over the top.
Yeah, for the whole thing.
He was here for one of them that was like really over the top because I was like, oh my God, when my mom watches this, she's gonna be so mad.
The worst one was Dre Day so far.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was
your
bad.
poor sister. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, every single sentence had a cuss word or the N
And we
word or
kept
something.
telling you, and I kept thinking, well, you know what? I mean, this next section's not that bad.
Yeah.
It got
We just
worse,
had like 3 times.
progressively worse.
3 times, and it's like, oh no, the bad part's over, and then it's like, suck a
Yeah, so far that was my favorite, and then Shake Your Ass was my second.
Yeah, that was a good one. I don't think my sister will ever come back to the show, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. She called me last night, and I was in the middle of playing NCAA, and I gave her nothing. I actually felt kind of bad. I probably didn't call her back.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It was not paying attention to her whatsoever. She's getting a new car. Actually, she took. I was so surprised by this. She took my advice on using Carvana, and so she got a car. And then she got it, and 2 days later she's sending it back. But she took my advice on using Carvana.
I'm going to check it out.
Man, I'm a fan. But not to mention, there's like this almost a religious experience when they pull up in your driveway with it.
Oh man!
They brought hers at night and it had lights on the trailer. It looked like a showroom deal.
Oh man!
It was really dope. It was good.
When do you get them as a sponsor?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'd rather have it delivered than get it like through their vending machine thing.
I'm not. I thought about it, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I missed out on anything. Because what if your car gets stuck? Just like a vending machine, you don't get it. You're just out of your money.
Yep.
It gets like halfway down,
Yeah.
and you're stuck with the
You spent $40,000 and your car got
And it's
stuck.
up like this.
You go up with a bulldozer just to hit the building to make it come down.
It's like a little thing, and it's just sideways, like cockeyed. It won't come out. Then you send your kid up into the vending machine to get it unstuck, and then he's stuck. I did see a story of, you know what we should do? We should show the people the Pucano from China.
Oh my gosh!
Should we do that?
Oh my gosh!
Type in Pucano New York Times.
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pucano New York Post.
We need to put a warning on this.
Yeah, let's see.
pretty
There
bad.
you go.
Is that it?
Gross video shows Pucano covering cars, and this is it.
Gosh!
Give
Let
us,
me get rid of the ads first. All this crap. It's like, get out of here. There we go.
The Post is the worst with ads too.
Yeah.
So essentially,
Dismiss.
there was a sewage problem, and an explosion happened with the sewer, and poo went everywhere all over China.
I saw some videos of this.
Oh yeah, this is wild.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
And if you're in that area, like all that's coming back down, and it's coming. And why are Chinese people's poo yellow-ish?
Maybe they eat yellow rice.
Look. Explosion. Boom.
Oh man!
Oh, here it comes. Oh, and it's still coming out. Look, I'm there using the wipers.
Oh man!
Do they eat corn in over there?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I thought I saw pieces of rice.
Oh, that's where the yellow. It's yellow rice. That's where the yellow comes from.
Saffron rice.
Oh my
Saffron
goodness.
rice.
So yeah, that was the Pucano for everybody that's wondering.
Oh,
That was pretty gross. All right, let's get some final words in here. Are you familiar with final words? You got to give us final words. I'll go to you second.
What is it?
Final words is just the message you want to leave the audience with. You can give an inspirational quote. You can tell
Okay,
people
I'm
to
not
go
doing
vote.
that.
You can just tell
I'm
people
not
like,
doing
hey, don't name your kids after.
Go to me last.
But okay.
Unless John.
Yeah, well,
Mayer,
he's
the
usually
phenomenal last.
Yeah. He's
There's a lot of stress with it, you know.
Second to last.
We'll go Tony first. Tony Gump, final words.
Well, I usually always tell people to get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep, and to stay active. And like laughter is the best medicine. But today's special. So if anybody's ever having a bad day, I'll just kind of close your eyes, take deep breaths, and just know everything's going to be okay. And make sure to vote for Donald Trump on November 5th. Very important.
That's right, baby. All right. Peyton Carson, your final words.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking yet.
I mean, just say, like, make America great again or something. It didn't have to be. It's not a book report.
How about don't let anybody borrow your Xbox?
Don't give women things.
Yes, there we go. There we go.
The man has learned his lesson.
Yes. There's a long backstory on that. We'll share one day. John Bird, final words.
Yes. Remember, P for 3, hold for 3. P for 3, hold for 3. For men or women. Don't accept old age. I want you to go at it kicking and frickin' screaming. I want you to raise hell. And you know what? Life is going to suck. My life sucks. Everything's going wrong. But you know what? I keep moving along, even though I'm miserable. And I cry myself to sleep every night with a bottle of Jack Daniels. Because I know one day, after I'm dead, things are going to be okay.
Oh, jeez.
Trump 2024.
That was so depressing.
Trump 2024.
A good job, John Bird. That's great final word.
Thank you.
Great. You never know how this podcast.
Why was that so funny?
Well,
my misery, your humor.
This is why it is so important for everybody that watches our podcast to always make it to the end. And there are people out there that don't watch the whole show and they have no idea what they're missing out on. Never. So anyway,
that's probably our fault if it starts out boring and after a few minutes they're like, I'm watching this and then it gets really good.
That's true. We should probably reverse this podcast and do final words first.
Have like dancing pandas or something.
Let's do that. Let's do our final words first next time.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
That's fine. Well, we're going to have a guest Thursday, so we'll make him start.
It's going to be wild.
Yeah,
it's going to be wild.
I got to fix my hair. You'll get it. You'll get it Thursday.
All right, until next time, Circle!